I'm playing Lantern Control in no banned list modern, so you don't have to. Can all these banned cards actually help Lantern win games? That's right, nerds. It's no banned list modern. We are playing with all of the banned cards today. Gitaxian Probe, the Artifact Lands, Chrome Mox, Dig Through Time, Sensei's Divining Top, Ponder, Mental Misstep, Lurrus of the Dream Den. This build of Lantern Control features no fewer than 9 different banned cards. That is kind of one of the things that I wanted to do when I was building Lantern Control for no banned list modern. I started with the banned list and asked myself, how many of these cards can I fit into Lantern Control? And the answer was a lot of them. So this is still very much a Lantern Control deck. It doesn't really have many alternate win conditions besides, I guess, Urza Saga being played on turn 1 a lot more frequently with your 7 Moxen. But it is still very much a Lantern deck. You are going to be... Oh, my cat. Oh, my poor cat. He's chasing a bird. Anyway, you're going to be using the Lantern Lock. Lantern of Insight plus Pyxis of Pandemonium, Codex Shredder, Ghoul Caller's Bell. You get to see the card that each player is going to draw, and then you get to manipulate that card using these Mill Rocks. You've got 4 Ensnaring Bridges in the deck. This will help with attacking creatures. Between your 4 Mox Opals and your 3 Chrome Mox, I doubt you're going to have a hard time getting your hand empty for Ensnaring Bridge to just say no to combat. I've got 9 discard spells and 3 Gitaxian Probe. Gitaxian Probe is going to be useful for situations where you don't have a discard spell and you're just trying to really cheaply just see what the opponent is up to. Sensei's Divining Top is extraordinarily strong with Mill Rocks. You get to see the top 3 cards of your deck, put them back in any order, and then mill them selectively as you please so that you can spin top again and see another collection of 3 cards. You kind of get to do the same thing with Ponder as a sort of one-shot Sensei's Divining Top effect. I can't believe I'm saying that, but that really is how it functions in this deck. And then Dig Through Time is our tutor, so to speak. The format is probably going to be far too fast for Profane Tutor, and I really liked the card advantage that Dig Through Time offers, so I am trying that out instead. 22 mana sources, 3 Chrome Mox, and 4 Mox Opal as the free sources. Got 3 Glimmer Void because this deck has a lot of artifacts in it. 4 Seed of the Synod, 4 Vault of Whispers as your artifact lands, and then of course 4 Urza Saga. Like that, the card is simply too good in Lantern to not play. Sideboard includes additional discard for combo decks, Mental Misstep for combo and aggro decks, countering a turn 1 Ocelot Pride with a Mental Misstep seems pretty good. We've got Pithing Needle for Belcher, the One Ring, Soul Guide Lantern for any combo decks including Hogak, Vexing Bauble for all of the free spells and free counter magic, Damping Sphere for combo because there is a lot of combo in this format, and Lurrus of the Dream Den as an optional companion. So the main deck has 4 Ensnaring Bridge in it, which does not combo very well with Lurrus's 2 mana cost or less companion restriction. But there are going to be plenty of situations, especially against combo decks, where you are siding out Ensnaring Bridges anyway. So you can just bring in Lurrus as your companion in those situations. Not going to keep you waiting any longer. Let's go ahead and go 0-5 in a no banned list modern league. Hair all over me now. Ugh, disgusting. I am on the play in match 1 versus JBL2311, huh? No, cat, I really, not right now, please. Thank you. Flaps tail angrily as I turn him down. This hand can cast Ponder. It can fire off Urza Saga tokens really quickly. I think I am going to keep it. Go ahead and imprint this Gitaxian Probe underneath Chrome Mox here. I found 2 more Ponders and a Graph Digger's Cage. I think I am going to actually take these. I can imprint one of the Ponders underneath this Chrome Mox, and then next turn I can cast Ponder into Cage if I need to. And I am going to dump my hand here. I want to play around Thoughtseize counter magic if possible. And this is a Mystic Peak. So this is highly likely going to be a turn 1 combo deck. Yep, here we go. This is probably some sort of Belcher variant. No, that's just a bunch of Stormscale Scions. All right, so I am facing lethal on turn 1 here. I need this Ponder to hit an Ensnaring Bridge. None of these are Ensnaring Bridge. I am going to shuffle. And that's Codex Shredder. I am just dead. I think I'm going to concede the game before anything else happens. So let's go ahead and begin sideboarding here, honestly. That's just part of the format. You play no ban list Modern, you're gonna die on turn 1 a lot. So Grafdigger's Cage is not useful here. I want 4th Pithing Needle. I think I also want the 3 Duresses. Things that are less important. I think Dig Through Time is not going to be as big of a deal. I don't think I want Mental Missteps. They don't have a ton of stuff that costs 1 mana, probably some Rite of Flames. Gitaxian Probe could be a cut here. I'd probably just rather have the Duress. But what else am I bringing in here? Probably the Damping Spheres. Turn 1 Damping Sphere seems like it's fairly strong. I'm not convinced I want to cut Ensnaring Bridges. This deck could get hard locked by Ensnaring Bridge and Pithing Needle on Goblin Charbelcher, and I kind of want to leave that open as an option. What do I side out then? Honestly, probably a Lantern. I have quite a few ways to find Lantern, including these 3 Sensei's Divining Tops. So I am just going to go into full hard lock here. All right, I am on the play. This hand has Thoughtseize. I am going to keep it. All right, friend, Thoughtseize you. What's going on? And let's take a good long look at this hand. This hand actually doesn't really do much. It looks like they brought in their Hexing Squelchers, expecting counter magic. Probably was not expecting me to have discard in the slightest. This hand has only 1 land in it. If I take their land, this hand just completely falls apart for the most part. Although I suppose they could still go Simian Spirit Guide, Rite of Flame, I don't know, another Ritual into Seething Song, into something else. I think I am just going to take the Shatter Skull Smashing, though. Okay, they fired off a Gitaxian Probe, and of course, they hit a Mystic Peak. So taking the land as a gambit didn't pay off all that well. Here we go with the Rite of Flame. Are they just going to play Hexing Squelcher here? They've got an unknown card in hand. Wow, am I just dead? They're firing off Seething Song. Did they really just hit land into Goblin Charbelcher for the win? All right, there's not much I could have done about that. The hero just hit perfects. There's literally nothing I could have done. All right, that was really fast. Not going to be too mad about it. Let's take a look at their list. Yeah, they've got all sorts of nasty stuff in here. Look at that. The One Ring, the Goblin Charbelchers, of course. Ironcrag Feats are a given. Did they have any artifact removal at all? If I had just gone turn 1 Pithing Needle on Goblin Charbelcher, would I have won? It's possible. I'm seeing 3 Stormscale Scions. All right, well, I am gonna take that loss on the chin and we're gonna move on to match 2. If you're enjoying the video and think you'd like watching more of what I make, please consider subscribing so YouTube can notify you when I go live and upload videos. I appreciate your support. Thank you. We are on the play in match 2 versus Bob the Dog, huh? I don't think I can responsibly keep this hand. Like, yes, it's got Gix Probe, it's got Thoughtseize, and it has a Vault of Whispers, but it is still a 1-lander that cannot actually cast the 2 Ponders in the hand. I'm going to mulligan this. This is still kind of the same thing, but at least it's got an Urza Saga in it. I am actually going to ponder bottom the Ponder out of this hand. Call me crazy for that, but you know, I've got Chrome Mox, so I think it's okay. The hero has revealed a Lurrus of the Dream Den as their companion. I am still going to imprint the Inquisition of Kozilek because there are some spells that are higher than 3 mana value that I might want to target here. Okay, and it looks like we might be playing against Energy. This is just creature removal, that's a Mishra's Bauble, that's a Goblin Bombardment that I can answer relatively easily. This is a Static Prison, so I'm going to take that. So the hero is just on Boros Energy. We can expect Chrome Moxen, the One Ring, Amped Raptor probably. Stadium Headliner I don't really care about. Would love to hit a mana source here. Instead, I hit another Thoughtseize. And that actually hit a Ajani Nakata Pariah, so I'm not even that mad about it. I'm going to take a small poke here. It's not going to be that big of a deal, I think. And that is another Urza Saga. So this actually gives me an opportunity to find Lantern of Insight off of this Urza Saga, and then I can find a Mill Rock off the next one. Oh, they kept a card on top. Maybe I should get Pyxis here instead. Yeah, I'm going to grab Pyxis at Pandemonium. I'm going to play this Urza Saga, and then I'm just going to drop this Ensnaring Bridge. Oh, I should have activated the Pyxis. That was the whole point of grabbing it. Come on, mate. You're just throwing now. I let them keep their Surveil with the Elegant Parlor. Now they might just have Static Prison. Oh, they're just putting Lurrus in their hand. Lurrus is actually a problem because it lets them recast the Static Prison from their graveyard. But I just top deck an Inquisition of Kozilek. I'm so glad I have so much discard in this list. Yeah, Ragavan is their last card. All right, Lurrus, go into the graveyard where you belong, please. The hero will get one more uncontrolled draw, and then this Saga will pop. I'm going to grab Lantern, and that's going to be game. And of course, their uncontrolled draw was a freaking Static Prison. Life is pain. All right, now a lot needs to go right for me. I basically need to hit an Ensnaring Bridge off the top right here. This Urza Saga is going to have to grab Mox Opal. That is a Gitaxian Probe, so not all hope is lost. I don't have removal for this Static Prison, unfortunately. This list could probably benefit from a Portable Hole sort of card. And yeah, I just have to grab Mox Opal here, and I have to hope that the top card of my deck is exactly Ensnaring Bridge. And it's not. I am dead. Well, they got one draw, and they made really, really good use of it. So we are going to go ahead and begin sideboarding here. Now, Collective Brutality is pretty good. Mental Missteps, I would argue, are even better. So I will be bringing in Missteps. I'm hesitant to side out Collective Brutality. I think instead I could probably side out a Needle. I'm not entirely certain about that, though. Gitaxian Probe can probably go. Do I side out a Mill Rock? Oh, I can probably side out Grafdigger's Cage, but Grafdigger's Cage shuts off Lurrus. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep Grafdigger's Cage in. If they are on Lurrus as a companion, then they're probably not on One Rings. So I am actually going to side out one Pithing Needle for that. And I'm going to run it back like this. All right, let's try this again. Double Mental Misstep. You'll love to see it. Mulligan this no-lander. I will keep this, and I will bottom the Dig Through Time. I'm going to lead on Vault of Whispers and play out this Ghoul Caller spell. Ragavan Nimble Pilfer. Do I want to counter this? I don't think so. I think that's fine. Ooh, I hit another Ensnaring Bridge. That's really good. Thoughtseize on top of my deck. I don't think I want them Thoughtseizing me. I will activate Ghoul Caller's Spell here. Ooh, and they hit a Pithing Needle. All right, they are dropping the Pithing Needle here. I think I'm just going to have to let that go. Hopefully they name something silly like Sensei Divining Top. Oh, Urza Saga? Yeah, I don't care about that. I could not care less about that. And that is a harsh Mentor, huh? Whenever an opponent activates an ability of an artifact, creature, or land on the battlefield, if it's not a mana ability, then I take 2. That's a card that I haven't seen in a good long while. Well, in that case, I don't think I'm taking 2 just to get rid of the Sensei Divining Top. Although I really wish I had, because then I would have been able to draw that Mox Opal. I could still draw the Mox Opal and play it. I might do that. I think I'm just going to let them have the Amped Raptor. I'm not playing particularly well. I should have drawn this Mox Opal before. I am going to just let them attack. And I think, yeah, I think I have to do this. Even though it's going to cost me 2 life to do it. They're going to get a Sensei's Divining Top. That Harsh Mentor is really harshing my Mentor. Amped Raptor is going to come down. I could Pithing Needle, Goblin Bombardment, or I could activate Ghoul Caller Spell. Okay, and they just hit another Amped Raptor. That's fine. Gonna have to be okay with that. That's an Ocelot Pride. I am going to Mental Misstep that. I'm thinking about this here. I think I am going to float mana off this Urza Saga. I don't even have like a Pyrite Spell Bomb that I can use. I don't have a way to gain life. I've got a 1 of Collective Brutality as my out to this situation. They're gonna have Lurrus coming down eventually. I have to get my hand below 2 cards here. I think the only way that I can safely do that is by grabbing a Chrome Mox, actually. So I am going to do that. Going to imprint this Mental Misstep. Going to cast this Mox Opal. Cast Ensnaring Bridge. Okay. And we have a little bit of stability here. Not a ton of stability, though. This Collective Brutality will be able to kill the Harsh Mentor, but I still have to worry about Lurrus. That's going to be a really big problem. I haven't even checked their hand. Oh, they had another Harsh Mentor? Oh, man, that's disgusting. I don't know how I'm going to be able to work through that. Well, I'm going to kill one of them. Do I want the life gain, or do I want to check their hand? I think I need to check their hand, honestly. Let's just see what's going on. Wow, they've got a lot of stuff here. So, Windswept Heath wasn't in their hand. Thraben Charm's not in their hand either now. Yeah, let's take it. Thraben Charm, you're gone. A lot of nasty stuff in there, though. Okay, the Unstable Amulet is down. I think for now, I'm going to have to just put Pithing Needle, honestly, maybe on Unstable Amulet. And that is, unfortunately, all of my Pithing Needles here. Marsh Flats is going to allow them to put Lurrus into their hand. And I actually need to find a discard spell for that Lurrus. That is not a discard spell. Yeah, I'm taking some damage off this Harsh Mentor. I found Mental Misstep. That's really funny. Actually super funny. Well, counter the Mental Misstep. Or counter the Static Prison with Mental Misstep. This is going to find a Stadium Headliner. That's fine. Oh, and I'm just actually dead here. Like, there's nothing I can do. They can cast the Ragavan off this Unstable Amulet. I have to take damage to get this Mental Misstep off the top of my deck. Harsh Mentor going all the way here. I'm just gonna clean it out just like this. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize you. Take that Lurrus. I'm at -1 life. And the hero wins the match here, which is honestly not surprising. I probably would have been okay if not for the second Harsh Mentor. I think that is what did it here. But yeah, that's just how it goes with no ban list modern. Let's move on to match 3.
Has your loss to Lantern Control left you bitter and despondent? Work through your grief with a membership to Fateseal MTG on YouTube or Patreon. Reach bargaining or higher to gain access to my detailed lesson videos on how to play Lantern Control. I hope to see you on your path to healing.
Okay, I am on the play again in match 3 versus MahfuzVanGogh. I've been on the play a lot, but still been losing a lot of games. I can't keep this hand. Gonna have to mulligan that. I can keep this one. And I am going to. This Ponder is not castable with what I've got right now, so I will get rid of it. I am going to lead on Inquisition. Probably a bad idea. Could have led on Thoughtseize instead. Oh, and it's Dredge. This is disgusting. All right, well, I'm going to take the Burning Inquiry out of this hand. This Urza Saga is going to have to find an answer to the Seiju that they've got. Oh, well, there's an answer to it. I think I am just going to drop that right now. Okay, so the Stomping Ground is the new card. I'm going to take your Artist Talent, and I am going to Pithing Needle Beseiju. Yeah, go ahead and fetch with Wooded Foothills, like that matters. I mean, it's still good practice to do, but there's no way on earth that I'm naming Beseiju, or anything besides Beseiju here. They did randomly surveil a Stinkweed Imp to their graveyard off of this commercial district, so I'm just gonna kind of let them go crazy here. Don't have much of a choice. All right, Creeping Chill has been milled. I'm gonna take 3, but fortunately I've got a really fast Ensnaring Bridge here. Although, none of their stuff has haste, right? I'm not gonna get greedy. I'm just gonna land Ensnaring Bridge. I could get a Grafdigger's Cage off of Urza Saga next turn. I'm not convinced that it would be fast enough. And looks like the hero has disconnected. I hope that they can come back. We're just gonna have to see. All right, the hero found their way back online. They're doing a bunch of stuff here. Not exactly sure what's going on. These replacement effects don't make it exactly clear what is being returned to hand. So I don't actually know what their hand looks like anymore. Wow, I kept that Pithing Needle in hand throughout that Burning Inquiry. That was interesting. And yeah, their stuff does have haste. This Arclight Phoenix. I'm going to take a look at their graveyard, see if there's anything in here that might be of interest. Not particularly. I am grabbing a Grafdigger's Cage off of this, of course. And I don't see a need to put this Pithing Needle into play. I guess I could put it on Artist Talent. So as it stands right now, the hero probably has 4 Creeping Chills and 4 Lava Darts. If they were able to flip all of their Creeping Chills successfully and cast all of their Lava Darts from hand, but not the graveyard, then I would be at 12, 9, 6. I guess they've got a Lava Dart in the graveyard right now, so I'd be at 3. They would need to come up with something else in order to overcome what I'm doing here. Yeah, let's just go ahead and mana cast that Gitaxian Probe. Drew an Ensnaring Bridge, that's fine. Just gonna let them do their thing. They didn't even dredge that time. Yeah, they're not dredging anymore. That makes me worried that they might be looking for something. Beseiju, who endures as a land drop. Love to see that. Oh yeah, that's just a hard cast Creeping Chill. Well, hard casting a Creeping Chill is the same as flipping it, so it doesn't actually bother me. Ponder off the top rope. Love to see it. I hit Urza Saga and Sensei's Divining Top. I think I am going to put Inquisition on the bottom, top underneath that, draw the Urza Saga now, and then just cast this Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, that's just burning Inquiry into all of their dredgers here. And they give it up. So I didn't even need the Lantern Lock this game. I just needed Ensnaring Bridge and Grafdigger's Cage, which is more or less accurate, I think. I am going to remove some amount of discard from my deck. I don't really need all this discard, I think. I need to focus on shutting down what they're doing. I'm going to be bringing in Pithing Needles, Soul Guide Lanterns, and I guess since I have room, I might bring back some discard. Gitaxian Probe seems okay. Mental Misstep seems bad. Vexing Bauble seems bad. I guess I could bring back Collective Brutality just for the life game. I don't think I'm going to be bringing in Luris the Dream Den. Vexing Bauble, they're not casting any free spells, really. I don't think I'm going to bring that in. I think I will just bring in a Duress, I guess. Not Thoughtseize, but Duress specifically. This is a pretty good hand. I think I'm going to keep it. Arid Mesa pass, huh? Well, I've got double Urza's Saga. I think I can go Seat, Lantern, Opal, Pithing Needle on Beseiju, and then turn 2 land Ensnaring Bridge. I think I will do that. The hero's fetching, even with this Artist Talent on top of their deck. Oh, and they just randomly hit Golgari Grave Troll. All right, you know what? They're playing Dredge. That's what they get for playing Dredge. That's why you do it. All right, Beseiju is named. The troll is in hand. I've taken a hit from a Creeping Chill. And that's a Collector Oof. Yeah, that's fair. This Ensnaring Bridge is going to be much harder to get out now. Do I just completely roll over to this Collector Oof? Like, what am I even doing now? I guess that's a reason to bring Thoughtseizes in, isn't it? Well, I'm going to play Seat of the Synod, and I'm going to pass because there's literally nothing I can do in the face of this guy. Like, I've got 8 artifact lands and 7 Moxen. Oh, that's double oof. Yeah, I think I'm just going to concede to that. Although, I guess if I draw literally a single land, like a Glimmer Void, then I might be okay at any point. I'm going to play out this Urza Saga, play out Codex Shredder, but I think I'm just taking too much damage too quickly. Yeah, pick your poison doesn't really matter here. It's Collector Oof that's winning. Okay, yeah, that's game. Collector Oof won the game for the hero there. Is there a way that I can play around that? Well, first off, I can take this Duress out of the deck and I can replace it with Thoughtseize. Maybe Gix Probes can be replaced with Thoughtseizes as well. Like, I know that's lowering my life total, but I really need to answer that Collector Oof. So I'm going to try it like this and see what happens. This is a good hand. I'm going to keep this hand. It doesn't do Ensnaring Bridge very quickly, but it's got double discard, which should help protect me against some of the worst stuff that they can do. And the Grafdigger's Cage, just right off the bat, seems like it's going to be very strong. The hero has Molt of 5. Hopefully I'm not just going to help them out here. Yeah, Burning Inquiry, get out of that hand. Oh, and I found Ensnaring Bridge anyway. Well, I am going to Thoughtseize you here. Just found an Arid Mesa. Gonna take that Artist Talent and play out a Grafdigger's Cage. Oh, that is a Pick Your Poison. I think I am going to sacrifice the Seat of the Synod here. I don't think I'm going to sacrifice the Grafdigger's Cage. And of course, I just ripped Ponder immediately after sacrificing my blue source. Well, I'm gonna need some help now. A Chrome Mox would be a good draw. Mox Opal would be good. Another Seat would be good. Glimmervoid would be good. Most sources of lands would be fine here. Instead, I'm drawing this Inquisition of Kozilek that I don't really want. And the hero could just hardcast this Arc-like Phoenix if they wanted to. Jeez, I am just stuck on lands. I really should not have gotten rid of that blue source, huh? Well, now what? Inquisitioning the hero here is going to do stone cold nothing, basically. I could Inquisition myself, take this Ponder. I think that might have to be the play. I lost a bit of audio here, but long story short, I let the hero draw an Arclight Phoenix that they hardcast, and then I spent the next several turns drawing a bunch of dead cards. I was forced to use my Lantern of Insight to shuffle my own deck at the last possible moment, and wow, I shuffled and I hit a Pithing Needle. Sure, or whatever. I don't think I have a way out of this. I'm not drawing lands. Okay, well, I'm really not in this game anymore. I'm still playing for some reason, not sure why. All right, I get it. I wasn't winning this game. So that came down to pick your poison. If I had sacrificed the black land and kept the blue one, then all of these ponders would have been fine. But I didn't do that, and I lost because of it. So that could have been an error on my part. Probably was an error on my part, honestly. That's all right, though. Let's go ahead and move on to match 4 here. I am on the play again. Wow, I've been getting really lucky with being on the play, but not so lucky with getting exactly what I need to win all of the matches, which is basically what I need. But I'm here in match 4 versus stefanocanclini, I think is how you say that. All right, what does this hand do? This hand can Inquisition on turn 1. Oh, it's a Kahira deck. Kahira the Orphan Guard. If I can get Dig Through Time off the ground, then I think I'll be okay. So let's go ahead and try it. I don't need to Chrome Mox anything quite yet. Mental Misstep on Inquisition, you got it. Are we playing the rare control deck in the format? Looks like it. Hollowed Fountain into Sensei's Divining Top. Love to see that. So this is a Gitaxian Probe. I could just fire this off and see what's in their hand, or I could hold it for the Chrome Mox and then use it on Dig Through Time. I might actually end up doing that. I am going to play this Pyxis first. Do I Needle Top? I think I'm going to Needle Top. That shuts off part of my deck as well, but I think it's more important that I take their tops. Yeah, that's Counterspell. Could be a lot of different things. I think I'm just going to cast Mox Opal. I don't think I need to hold open anything for this Chrome Mox anymore. Go ahead and check your hand, see what's in there. It has been a long time since I've cast a Gitaxian Probe. A very long time. Ooh, got the second Mental Misstep for my trouble. That's nice. I am up to 5 total whatevers, mana, I guess, out of the 8 necessary to cast Dig Through Time. Kind of just thinking about the times that I would rather have Dig versus something like Stock Up, I guess. Like, yes, Dig is banned, but it might not actually be better. Yeah, that's a One Ring. I was kind of expecting something like that to happen. If they had flipped this top, then I would have named the One Ring off this Pithing Needle. And I'm continuing to just kind of draw garbage here. Eventually, I'll be able to fire off this Dig Through Time, but I feel like the One Ring has already kind of just done too much damage here. That is a Teferi Time Raveler. Yeah, you got it. And now I'm just going to ram this Dig Through Time straight into a counterspell. Or they could chant me. Yeah, that's a chant. Oh god, that's a chant. Yeah, Mystic Sanctuary is kind of expected out of this deck. Refilling their hand with the One Ring. They are going to have to replay a One Ring at some point. They're going to die to it fairly soon. Wow, I'm getting chanted again, huh? Yeah, you got it. Flashing in a Subtlety. This is their clock. But they do need to find an answer to this One Ring right now. Oh, I guess they have Teferi, so they can just do that. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know if you hear that in the background, but my cat has found something to play with. He's causing trouble, as usual. Oh, they're exiling my Pithing Needle, so they can use their Sensei's Divining Top. Don't know how necessary that was, but I guess if you've got a handful of cards and you need to burn them anyway, then sure, go for it. Oh, I hit another Pithing Needle. Kinda like that. What do I name with it, though? I'm not sure. I think I can just start with a Ponder. Oh, I like all of these cards. Well, I like the Lantern and the Inquisition specifically. I think I have to name top again. So Vault on the bottom, Lantern in hand, Inquisition on top. Draw the Inquisition. Cast Pithing Needle. See if the hero responds to this. They didn't. I think because of that, I am going to go ahead and fire off this Inquisition now. And it is Mental Misstep number 3 on that Inquisition. All right, you got it. They're hard casting a Solitude. I don't think I'm coming back from this. I think they just got way out of control here. Triple Mental Misstep was really good. The Fairy was fine, but honestly, it was the One Ring that did it. That One Ring drew them, what, 10 cards? And here it comes again to cause more trouble. Let's see if this Lantern of Insight resolves. It does. I think I have to dig right now, knowing that I'm probably not going to have it resolve. Like, there's no way that their hand just isn't chock full of counter magic here, right? Yeah, that's a hard cast Force of Negation. I mean, I'm kind of running out of options here. I'm going to still try and take this Force, but this game's over. Yeah, I think I'm just going to wrap it up. I'm not going to show them any more information on this. Call me crazy, but I think this might be the sort of matchup where you want Lurrus. Maybe I take out my Ensnaring Bridges. That allows Lurrus to become a companion. I can bring in Duress. And maybe instead of Gix Probes, I bring in this pile of Mental Missteps. Although is Mental Misstep really even that good against them? Not convinced it is. I can bring in Vexing Bauble, a Pithing Needle, I guess 2 Gix Probes? Although would I rather have Mental Misstep or Gix Probe? I'm not sure. Might rather have Misstep. I'm going to keep Missteps in. At least we get to see the Lurrus tech come in. Companion Lurrus here. This is something that Lantern Control pilots were considering when Lurrus was still legal in Modern. Was just dropping Ensnaring Bridges. This is an Urza Saga hand if I've ever seen one. I am going to keep it. Unfortunately, it is just a turn 2 Urza Saga. And I have to lead on Duress here. Ugh, and they have everything that I could possibly hate. Wrath of the Skies, Consigned to Memory, Teferi. I need another discard spell, and I need it very quickly. I am going to take Wrath of the Skies since that just cooks my behind. Ridiculously hard. And I'm going to pass turn. And I just drew another Vault of Whispers, huh? Well, I am going to play out Urza Saga here. I've got nothing else to do with it, though. Kind of just what happens when you have a 6-land hand, like you just kind of do nothing. But now the hero can just consign the Urza Saga Make Constructs trigger, and then I'm just kind of in a world of hurt. Or they can not do that. Consign this Mox Opal instead. Nope. Okay. Well, I will take it. Gonna cast this Ponder while the going is getting good. Do I take Pithing Needle or do I take Inquisition? I kind of want to take Inquisition. Although I guess it doesn't matter because this is not Ancient Stirrings. So Codex Shredder, probably Pithing Needle in hand. Oh wait, well, I guess I did it the wrong way. So I've got Inquisition in hand now. I can make a construct, assuming I don't get Wrathed. Oh, and they're just passing. That's really interesting. All right, construct time. They might consign this trigger here. Oh, blue and white. Just double consign. Okay. Well, I'm not going to get something out of the Urza Saga, but I am going to get another Urza Saga down. And then I get to Inquisition them again here. And I see double Teferi. Wish I'd been able to take Solitude. Just gonna take one of the Teferis, I guess. The hero does need Wrath of the Skies on top of their deck, basically right now. But Wrath of the Skies would cook my life. I guess that Solitude buys them another turn. No, don't tell me. No, don't tell me. Oh, come on. Wrath for 1 cleans up literally every single permanent that I have. I am just flabbergasted, just right off the top. Yeah, there's no way I'm coming back from that. Okay, so now what am I hoping for? I guess I need a top-decked Lantern of Insight that might actually do something. Or I can just continue to draw artifact lands? Sure. All right, the hero's got 2 unknown cards in hand. Hey, it's a Lantern of Insight. That is giving me a small amount of hope. Mystic Gate on top of the hero's deck here. I just need to hope that the 2 cards that they have in hand are just complete blanks. Well, now I can check to see what the 2 cards in their hand are. Thought sees you. See what's going on. And they are complete blanks. I will take the Orum's Chant out of this. And honestly, if they don't shuffle, I'm going to let them have the mental misstep. But probably not the Force of Negation. Oh, I just had another Force of Negation. All right, let me see what the top card of my deck is. It's still lands. I am still drawing lands. I am furious. Well, I only have so many draw steps left here. They've got to counter this, right? Yeah, there it is. I have to let them have the counterbalance. And now I need to work my way through this Force of Negation while still having an extremely weak lock. That honestly, Sensei Stop, yeah, I can't let them have that. Oh, Grafdigger's Cage probably shouldn't still be in my deck, honestly. Okay, I need to get extremely lucky here. Better lucky than good, better lucky than good, better lucky than good. Oh, that's not lucky. That is not lucky. I repeat, that is not lucky. I have to make them shuffle. The One Ring is just exactly the sort of card that'll get them out of this situation. And by situation, I mean them being ahead. Extreme patience from the hero here. Yeah, Mystic Sanctuary, just put that on top. Wrath of the Sky. You know what? This game's not worth playing anymore. That Wrath of the Skies cooked me. I needed them to not have Wrath of the Skies, and they had Wrath of the Skies. I probably would have been okay with basically anything else. But nope, Wrath of the Skies when you're playing all artifact lands, that'll do it. All right, let's go ahead and get our final loss of the league here. Once again on the plate, why can't I have this sort of luck when I'm actually playing a serious league? In match 5 versus badgods. Well, this hand certainly does cast Thoughtseize, and it certainly does have a Grafdigger's Cage in it. This is the sort of hand that would be very good against a very specific type of deck. And I am not sure that I am playing against that type of deck right now. So I'm gonna ship this hand. Yeah, can you believe that these two hands were from the same deck? I'm gonna keep this. And I am actually going to bottom the Dig Through Time here. Now, I don't really know what I'm looking for from this Ponder, but I'm still gonna cast it anyway. Ooh, Thoughtseize is good. I'm definitely looking for a Thoughtseize. Maybe I cast Gix Probe here, and then I can put Thoughtseize into my hand, or maybe Chrome Mox into my hand, honestly. So I am going to put Thoughtseize on the bottom, Chrome Mox on top of that, and then Gix Probe on top of that. I'm not going to shuffle. I am going to Gix Probe you. I'm going to see what you're doing. And it's something absolutely disgusting. All right, so they've got nasty stuff in there. I don't think I am going to be imprinting this Ponder quite yet. The hero could, if they wanted to, Warp Quantum Riddler on turn 1. Let's see what they do. Nope, they're just pondering. That was a shuffle off of Ponder, huh? All right. Chrome Mox comes down. Invert Polarity underneath of it. For a red card, a Ragavan, huh? All right. I can work with Ragavan. I think I am just going to Ponder again. I could cast Collective Brutality right now if I wanted to. I don't think I will. I think I am just going to put Vault of Whispers on top of my deck here. So I'm going to put Brutality on the bottom, Vault in the middle, Ensnaring Bridge on top. I am not going to use Ponder's ability here. Instead, I'm going to play out this Urza Saga, and I'm going to cast Pyxis. They're going to hit a Vault of Whispers with this Ragavan trigger, and I've got a Collective Brutality underneath of that if I want it. Honestly, I think that Brutality will be food for the Chrome Mox, and then I can just Thoughtseize them and then hold open either a Construct or an Ensnaring Bridge. Galvanic Discharge is in their hand. It is not going to be enough to kill one of these constructs once it comes down. I think I might be favored here even. We'll have to see. Yeah, you get a Vault of Whispers off that Ragavan, mate. Sorry. So I believe the construct will come down as a 5/5, which is not big enough to both eat Ragavan and a Discharge. All right, there's your Quantum Riddler. It's going down. Warping that out. Are they going to consign this? They are consigning it. Maybe they should have consigned the Urza Saga Make Constructs trigger, honestly. Yeah, let's just go ahead and Thoughtseize them now. Ooh, that is a mental misstep on Thoughtseize. I actually don't think I mind that. Imprinting this Collective Brutality to Chrome Mox. And let's go. I've got 4 artifacts in play right now. I'm at 16 life. I think I can afford to take a little bit of a hit here. I just don't want to run my construct into Galvanic Discharge plus Ragavan here. Nice, they hit another artifact land. That's great. Okay, now my construct is Humongo Jumbo. Gonna just make another construct here. I am gonna grab, honestly, Lantern of Insight. I'm gonna grab it. Okay, Scalding Tarn on top of their deck. Inquisition on top of mine. Just cast this Ghoul Caller spell. Maybe this will get countered, maybe it won't. Oh, they could Ghoul Caller spell and gain control of it, huh? Yeah, they gain control of Ghoul Caller spell. Yep, that's your bell now. Oh, I missed my attack. That's not good. That's really not good. I needed to not miss that attack. Just clicked right through it. They're discharging the construct right now, huh? Oh, just to get the card out of hand, huh? Okay. Don't know what that means. Oh, it means that they're just trying to get the card out of hand. They actually can't cast Commandeer right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat this. I really should have attacked last turn. Commandeer says what? You have to exile 2 blue cards? Okay, and that gains control of a spell? Let's see if they let me draw this Inquisition. They did. I am going to target them with it. They have Commandeer and Subtlety, huh? Well, because of that botched attack last turn, I actually don't really have much I can do. Maybe I should have just cast Ensnaring Bridge there. Like, if I hadn't skipped that attack, then I would be in a lot better shape. But as things stand right now, I can't really do much. Yeah, they definitely want a Ponder here. Oh, they don't want Ponder, they don't want Quantum Riddler. Well, I'm just gonna let them mill stuff until something happens. Oh, they're evoking a Subtlety, exiling the Commandeer. Yeah, you can do that. Let's see if they mill themselves on upkeep. They didn't. I'm going to let them draw the Ponder and hope that there's not a Force of Negation underneath of it, I guess. Okay, here we go with Ponder. They're gonna look at the top 3 cards of their deck, and I will get to see what they draw. I hope, because that's how Ponder should work. Ragavan was on top before. Okay, so they drew Ponder and Ragavan. Finding another Ponder here. Really digging here. Gonna let them just go for it. Okay, that's a Fury not in hand. Oh, that's Sink into Stupor and Rush of Inspiration. Aw, man. Yeah, there's not much I could have done about that. I'm really kicking myself for missing that attack. I think that actually cost me the game. Oh, they played it as a land. Oh, that's so good for me. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, I will let you do that. No attacks from the hero. I guess if they attack with anything, then they're dead, huh? Well, let's read this Rush of Inspiration. Maybe I can steal a game. So it's just 3 mana, draw 2 cards at instant speed. Well, I don't want them having another Quantum Riddler, I think. Actually, is another Quantum Riddler so bad? They're getting close to being able to hard cast it, but that actually doesn't matter. This Pithing Needle doesn't matter to me. I am just going to swing with my constructs. They're going to have to chump both of them. Oh my god, am I actually going to be able to get out of this? We're going to find out. I'm really thinking here. They can hard cast a Quantum Riddler, but then they can't sink into Stupor, and I just swing and they die. They can sink into Stupor one of my constructs. Possibly, maybe stifle a Quantum Riddler thing, and that lets them chump for an additional turn. I am going to put down Pithing Needle on Scalding Tarn. Am I? No, I don't think I am. Because if they just... there might be another way that they can do this. They could put Sink into Stupor under Chrome Mox. Quantum Riddler, hope to draw the nuts, I guess. I don't think that's very good. I'm going to name Ghoul Caller spell, and I'm going to make them draw the Scalding Tarn. This is an interesting game of Magic. This is much more interesting than anything we've faced so far. Sink into Stupor on a construct token. You got it. And that is a warped in Quantum Riddler. I'm going to let them have that. Fetching with Scalding Tarn here. They don't want the Sink into Stupor on top of their deck. What do they want? What are they looking for? Not Scalding Tarn, I think. I am going to let them have Scalding Tarn and see what's underneath of it. A Fury? They're dead. They are just straight up dead. Wow. That was some incredible magic. We did get lanterned by our own petard for a little bit, but we managed to make it work regardless. I cannot believe that I punted that attack. That is just horrible. But the fact that I was still able to make it work, guess I just got a little bit lucky. In fact, I'm going to put that in my notes. Got lucky. That's all I'm going to say. Didn't even need to cast this Ensnaring Bridge. I'm not going to reveal it. Oh, man. Combat math coming in relevant in Lantern Control these days, huh? Am I right? Am I right? Okay, Cataxian Probes can probably come out. And I think Duresses need to come in. Collective Brutality, I think I still want. Grafdigger's Cage doesn't seem great against them. Pithing Needle, this might be the sort of deck that has the One Ring in it. I'm not convinced it does. I think I might want Vexing Bauble in this matchup. That would stop what? Fury Subtlety, of course. It would stop Mental Missteps. It would stop Chrome Mox. It would not stop Ponder, which is a really big problem. I don't know. Maybe I do keep Gix Probes in. I want the tops. I want all my Moxen. I'm not sure about this. I don't know how to sideboard. Clearly, I just don't know what I'm doing. Not having removal for a Quantum Riddler kind of sucks. I think this deck is kind of built bad. Would love to build it slightly differently. And by slightly differently, I mean probably a lot differently. All right, Sir is here to bother me for the last match, as is tradition. I don't think I can keep this hand. The Hero's Mold to 6 as well. I can keep this. And I think I will keep it. I think I'm going to bottom... they don't seem to have many graveyard synergies. I think I'm still going to bottom Shredder. Yeah, I'm gonna bottom Shredder. I'm just more familiar with playing with Pyxis than I am with Shredder. Like, yes, I know that Shredder can manipulate each top card, like, independently, but it can't let me choose if I want to mill both. Because sometimes I do want to mill both. Oh, and of course they just have turn 1 Tamiyo. I should have expected a Tamiyo out of this deck. Dig Through Time is not bad. Okay, and it looks like they are F6'd. I am going to actually cast Pyxis here. Yes, Cat, you're very in the way. You're very in the way. Oh, he wants ups. He wants uppies. Do you want uppies? Ow. Yes, you want uppies. If you wanted uppies, then why didn't you? All right, whatever. Whatever. He's just a very silly cat. Yeah? Yeah. All right, no need to tap Pyxis. I found an Inquisition. I can just attempt a Lantern here. The shame that I need to do so, but I do need to turn on Mox Opal. Yeah, that got countered. Cat, what are you even doing? You're gonna fall off. You're gonna fall. Cat, you're gonna fall. Oh my God. Whatever. And that's the end of that little interesting thing that happened. Ugh. Getting my Lantern misstepped kind of sucks. I could have duressed first, but I really just wanted to get this Mox Opal turned on. If I had found a land, then I would have definitely duressed first. Got a Shocked In Steam Vents to draw a card off with a clue. Here we go. That's a Ponder. Just shuffle. Just shuffle. They didn't shuffle. So they got a card that they wanted off the Ponder, and then they're shuffling the rest of the bad cards away. And do another Ponder. Oh, hey, they are just choosing to flip their Tamiyo. All right, I guess I'm fine with that. Gonna go ahead and exile their Ponder stuff here. I found the land. So I will lead on Inquisition. That's getting misstepped. That's fine. I will do a duress now. Meltdown, Rizzler, Consign. Well, I mean, I'm taking the Meltdown. And now I'm going to go ahead and drop top. This is almost certainly going to get consigned. Yeah, that's fair. I'm very close to this Dig Through Time just becoming a thing that I can do, though. Yeah, there's the Meltdown. Returned off of Tamiyo. I'm just going to go ahead and concede to that. I don't want to keep playing this game. Honestly, that's just it. I just don't want to keep playing it. Meltdown's basically just Wrath of the Skies against me. Is there anything that I can do about that? I could bring in my own missteps. I think I actually might bring in my own missteps. It'll counter their missteps, and it'll counter their Tamiyos. Still learning here. Still very much learning. I don't think I want to take any more Pithing Needles out. I could take tops out. I don't think that's correct. Honestly, I could take digs out. I haven't been super impressed with Dig Through Time. All right, let's go ahead for all the marbles. Ooh, this is a hand I could keep. I could keep this hand. Glimmer Void is such a dangerous land to have. I think I am going to keep it, but I'm not going to rely on Urza Saga sticking around and making constructs out of it. I'm just going to have to put Urza Saga on one here. Leading on Lantern without checking their hand kind of sucks, but I think I just have to do it. Like, the alternative with this hand is that I lead on Mox Opal and then Thoughtseize them. But if they have Misstep into Meltdown, then my day is just ruined, actually. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Consign on top of their deck, I can handle. Oh, that is a dashed Ragavan. They really want to hit this Inquisition. I think I'm going to let it happen. I'm just going to have to lose Ensnaring Bridge. Jeez, that hurts, though, because then they can hold open Consign to Memory for my Urza Saga. What are my other options, though? Sacrifice Lantern? Hope to chew through their other stuff? I think I gotta let it go. I really don't like this. Okay, there's an Urza Saga on top of my deck. Maybe I have a chance. Oh, they took my Collective Brutality. All right. I guess I can get behind that. Ensnaring Bridge is on top of my deck anyway. Well, I am going to Thoughtseize them here. Hope that they don't have a Commandeer, because they could. Yep, there's the Commandeer. As expected, kind of. Consign. Dig Through Time, gone out of the deck. They're going to have another Commandeer on top of their deck here. My Ensnaring Bridge is gone. Don't really want to do much about that. They're just going to have to draw that. Really strong start from the hero here. Extraordinarily strong. Ragavan's getting dashed in again. I have a bad feeling that they've got a Meltdown in hand and they're just protecting it. What am I going to get off of this Urza Saga here? Is there anything that I can do about Meltdown? Not particularly. I could get a Sensei's Divining Top, start manipulating the top card of my deck, or I could just start manipulating the top card of my deck with a Pyxis. I think I will end up doing that. Or do I want to get a Codex Shredder here? No, I want Pyxis. Gonna let them have that rush. And it looks like the only thing they can really do here is just dash in Ragavan. They could commandeer something that I am able to cast. I'm just gonna have to keep that in mind. Don't think I'm casting that Sensei's Divining Top anyway. I think they're considering casting Rush of Inspiration. Yeah, Commandeer's pitched underneath of it. That looks like it might be a rush coming to me. I kind of want them to have this mountain, so I'm not going to be interacting with the top card of their deck. Instead, I'm just going to draw the Sensei's Divining Top, and I'm not going to cast it. I don't know what their last card in hand is. I feel like if it was a Meltdown, then they probably would have cast it by now. So I'm just going to pretend that it's not Meltdown. It could be a Galvanic Discharge. That's something that I could see them having. All right, we're going to get to see what they draw here. Mountain and Invert Polarity. All right, that's fine. And they actually discarded Ragavan to that. All right, they need something pretty damn big to come out of that last card in hand. And they gave it up. Oh, man. Oh, geez, that was some hard magic. That was some really tough magic to play. I am in shambles. I am exhausted. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I am amazed that I even took a single match. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought I was gonna go 0-5 in this league. I am proud of myself that I got one match, even if it was just luck sacking into it, basically. But even a ham sandwich gets to win a match every so often, am I right? So I think that this deck is a little bit too unstable for its own good. I think that Ponder is really strong. I think that Top is really strong. I think that Gix Probe and Mental Misstep are strong. I am not liking the Artifact mana base. And I know that the Artifact mana base was a decent chunk of the reason why I was even able to go aggro with Urza Saga at all. But just dying to Wrath of the Skies and getting your whole board wiped, that just felt so ridiculously bad. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like you could try taking Lantern Control in No Ban List Modern multiple different directions. And I think that it would actually revolve around what banned cards you play. So you could play a build with Deathrite Shaman. That might be good. You could play a build that has Thopter Sword combo and lean into Lurrus of the Dream Den as an actual companion instead of just a sometimes companion. I think Mental Misstep might actually have to make its way to the main board. Either Mental Misstep or maybe something like a Force of Negation. So you could drop the discard or go down on discard or go down on something else. And you could play more blue cards and play Force of Negation and play counterspells. That might be a good way to go. You could even play Mental Misstep in that build. And you could just have other ways to provide yourself with ways to get things out of hand. So maybe you would even want Chrome Mox in a build like that. There's a lot of different ways to build Lantern Control. There's certainly a lot of different ways to build it in No Ban List Modern, that's for sure. And I think that it might be worth trying. I might not try it myself, just because the league is going to be ending fairly soon, and they're going to be replacing No Ban List Modern with something else. And quite frankly, this sort of deck just needs to be built around a meta. And No Ban List Modern doesn't really have a meta right now. Like, the league's only like 50 people. But I could see something else working. I could even maybe see something like this working if it was built more responsibly. This was just a super irresponsible build, honestly.
This program is made possible by your view, like, and comment, the support of my wife and son, and by contributions to Fateseal MTG from viewers like you. Thank you.